Hey, so in this video I would like to show you how to use ChatGPT in order to boost your productivity. So ChatGPT is a virtual assistant, but it can also be your personal assistant if you will ask it nicely. In this video I will cover how to ask ChatGPT what prompts you need to do in order to build your task list, in order to structure it, break it into the smaller tasks, and then schedule it, and we will see what ChatGPT will come up with. Okay, so first of all, you need to go to chat.openai.com, and in here you'll need to register a free account if you don't have one already. You can go for upgrade if you would like to get your responses faster. In here you will have a simple chat widget, so treat that as your personal assistant. This is where you will ask that exactly what you need to do. The more precise your prompts are, the better results you will get. So the more time you spend to actually building prompt, the better outcome you can expect from the ChatGPT. So I created a quick prompt in here. So I posted my task list in here and asked ChatGPT to organize this and then place them based on the priorities and added the list. So all of these tasks are really simplified, so like 3 words, 4 words tasks without any background and information. If you would add that, you will get much better outcome again. Only one task I added like urgent to see if ChatGPT will spot it and it will schedule it differently, but everything else I just will ask ChatGPT to decide how to plan it themselves. So let's start and let's see what it will come up with. Okay, so let's see what it came up with. So first of all, it used my urgent node and put the Zapier on the very top. Next, the purchase gear for Airsoft event in May, it put on the second one because right now is March, so it knows that it's coming soon, right? Next is the pay chase credit card. This is very interesting. So ChatGPT understands that I don't want to pay late fees. So that's why it added it on the third spot. Next, we have generate SaaS business ideas, work on EB2 and AV plan, then create forms, etc., etc., etc. It added some notes to the task list. So it said that the top 3 tasks are the most urgent and require immediate attention. The 4 to 6 are important but not as urgent as the top 3. The 7 through 9 are significant but can be done in your free time. The 10th and through 12, these tasks are the least urgent and can be done when you have extra time. This is very interesting. So it understands based on just a few words what each task means, right? Again, if you will add a little bit more data to that, you will get probably different result based on that. So now I would ask ChatGPT to help me with actually structuring this a little bit better. I will ask it to break it into the smaller tasks so it will be more manageable. So I went with a really simple prompt. I asked it, can you assign time estimates to this task and break them into smaller tasks? Let's see if it will be able to understand how much time I should spend on each of these tasks and what would be the steps to actually get this task done. So as I can see, first for the Zapier, it says that identify the problem and troubleshoot is 1 hour and implement the test and solution 2 hours. Again, not sure where it comes up with that. Probably it's some average data that it found online. Next is the purchase gear, research necessary gear and then order the gear online or go to the store for a purchase. Chase credit card, it's really cool. So it understood that Chase's pay credit card is a really simple task. I just need to go and pay. This is everything I need to do and it should just take 30 minutes. Next, the generate ideas is research and brainstorm potential niches and to evaluate and prioritize. This is really funny. So for the EV2 and AV, it says that write the petition should take about 5 hours. And collect, organize necessary documents is 2 hours. It's yeah. If you've done anything with U.S. government, you know that it's not true. Probably you just need to research the criteria for 5 hours. But yeah, it's really funny. Next is the create forms. Yeah, as I can see, everything through here looks really cool. For the videos, as I can see, it's assigned a little bit more time. So record and edit videos 4 hours, and the plan the content and schedule is 2 hours. And also omnichannel remarketing, so develop the strategy and implement 5 hours. This is really cool. This is really exciting. What I would try to do, so if I would actually work through that list, I will point the mistakes that ChatGPT made. So I would tell that these, in average, should take about 40 hours, 60 hours, I would say, this task, I assume. and it would involve some additional steps to that, maybe some legal consultations, maybe again some more research. If you want it to actually be workable, point to this and train ChatGPT as your personal assistant. Tell it like, hey, this is wrong, this is not exactly what I need. I don't need 2 points, I need 5 points for each task, etc. But for the test purposes, I think it did really, really well. So as a next step, I came up with the following prompt. So can you help me schedule my next week and add this task based on their time consumption and priority, which you outlined above, for the next week? Maybe not for the next week, for the next, let's try it for the week, but as I can see, like some tasks take like 5-8 hours, so it won't be able to place them for the next week. I'm really excited to see what it will do. Next is the assign the time estimates to these tasks and use the Pomodoro productivity system to schedule them. If a task takes more than 4 Pomodoros, break it into several days. I have the following calls next week, so these times are blocked: the leadership meeting on Wednesday and company call on Friday. I start working at 8 a.m. and at 6 p.m. and add an hour a day for any urgent things that may come up. I go to gym at 8 p.m. daily and go for a cigar on Friday after work, and ask it to search me for a cigar bar just for fun, to see what it will do. So I'm trying to actually like teach it on my schedule, etc. Again, you can add as much information here as possible. The more information it will have, the better decisions ChatGPT will be able to make. Another thing which I didn't mention before is that you can regenerate responses. So if you didn't like that at all, you just click regenerate response, and ChatGPT may use completely different approach to create this list the second time. Because again, it has some variability and some chaos in it, so it won't give you the same result to the same prompt over and over again. Let's submit that, let's see what it will be able to come up with. So first of all, I like how it broke up the day. So it starts the day at 8 a.m. with the review and the plan for the week. Then next it offers to create an SOP, so 4 Pomodoros, as I mentioned in my prompt. I don't see anything more than 4 Pomodoros, which is like 2 hours, right? Next, it actually added the breaks for me. So if you know the Pomodoro system, you have like 3-4 Pomodoros and then you have 15-minute breaks. This is exactly what it did. So it adds the break, then it also added a lunch break. So it said that I need to do a lunch from 12:45 to 1:45 p.m., which is really exciting. And by the end of the day, it added a note, 1 hour, which I mentioned here, 1 hour a day to attend anything urgent, which is amazing. Let me see if I spot any issues in here. So first of all, for some reason, on Tuesday ends at 5 p.m., but while I mentioned that it should end at 6 p.m. All my days. Next thing is that I don't see the daily gym. So I don't see it added on the Monday, Tuesday. As I checked below, it was added for some reason on Friday only. But again, yeah, no idea. Let's move forward. Another mistake I spotted is the leadership meeting. So I said in my prompt that it should be from 1 through 2 p.m. But for some reason, ChatGPT decided that it will be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., which is not correct. But why we spot all of these mistakes is that right now I will be able to go ahead and poke on these mistakes and tell ChatGPT that, hey, you missed the gym and the leadership call is the wrong time, so please fix those. And ChatGPT will actually do that. And all of these things that you will clarify for ChatGPT, it will be able to use later on to give you a better output. So we are not doing it like one time, we teach it to later on use this knowledge in order to make a better schedules. Let's see if we spot anything else funny. So I love that all of the days start with the these plans, right? So from 8:30, like we are making the plans. Another call that I mentioned, it planned correctly from 9 a.m. through 2 p.m., which is interesting. I'm not sure why it made a mistake on the first one. If you see that your response is getting cut off, you just type continue and it will move on. So this is what I did here to get the rest of the response. As I can see, it decided to plan all my week, not just the working week. So Saturday and Sunday I'm also working, which is like technically is true, but I'm not really happy that robot knows that. And the last thing that I mentioned to ChatGPT which it did not add it to the schedule, but I'm happy it made the recommendation, is that for a cigar bar in Scottsdale, you may want to check out Fox Cigar Bars or Churchill's Fine Cigars. The funny thing is that you can spot me pretty usually at Churchill's Fine Cigar, so it found my place based on my prompts, which is a little bit scary. Okay, so let's try to poke some holes and let's tell ChatGPT to fix the mistakes it did. Okay, so I've added a quick note to ChatGPT. I told that everything looks great except that my leadership call is the wrong time. Also, you forgot to add my daily gym sessions at 8 p.m. And last thing is that I would like to keep my weekend only to my personal tasks. Can you replan my week based on that? Let's see if it won't be pissed based on that. I hope that it won't scream on me or anything like that. Okay, so here's the result after this prompt. So it changed actually the output pretty significantly. So first of all, previously we used to have review and plan for the day in the beginning of the day. Right now, it starts with respond to urgent emails and messages, which is also a pretty cool way to do that. It kept the breaks in here and here as well, but I don't see the lunch breaks anymore. I see it on Tuesday, but I don't see it on Monday though. It added a gym session on Tuesday, but it did not add it on Monday. Let's see what else. So as I understand, it added my gym sessions on Tuesday and Thursday, right? So like with one day off, which is pretty cool. Another thing as I can see is that I would be late for my leadership meeting. It says that it starts at 1:15, while mentioned it starts at 1 p.m. And I don't think I see the company calls on Friday. They were removed from here. Cool thing it added is that 7 p.m. and onwards, enjoy a cigar at one of the great cigar bars in Scottsdale. Again, it did not specify it, but yeah, it mentioned it below. It says that Saturday and Sunday are for any personal. So as you can see, each prompt, it changes the ChatGPT, and you can basically move it like a clay, and you can like make it do what you want it to do. So if you will spend some more time on that, it will give you the output that you're looking for. But so far, it's not perfect. It's pretty cool. It saved me a lot of time. I would copy a lot of these tasks, but not all of them. This is why like you still need a little bit of human touch. Probably again, I would need to train ChatGPT better. I would need to tell it that you need to follow my instructions precisely on the times that I said. I'm very punctual and I would like to be on my meetings at time, and maybe then it would treat them differently. Okay, so now let's move to a very scary part, and the coolest part of this video, I would say, is that based on the calendar that ChatGPT created above, I asked it to create a file, the ICS file basically, with all of these events so I can just add them in bulk to my calendar. So as you understand, like based on this video, you can basically schedule your full next week using the AI technologies, helping you to optimize your schedule just like in 20 minutes, and then schedule your full next week for that. Let's try to paste this code. I'm not sure if it will work, but let's try to create the file for ICS and then upload it to our Google Calendar. So I'm here in my Google Calendar. You will need to go into your settings, import and export, and here you will choose your file. Okay, and the moment truth, let's see if it works. As you can see, we just imported 13 events, so I probably did not generate the full code, it generated some of that, but let's see how it's scheduled for the next week. So as you can see in here, it scheduled my events, so create forms, then research, it added the breaks that it mentioned, it did everything that it mentioned in there. I have some other stuff, as I can see some stuff conflicts and I already have my current things, but overall it's basically your personal assistant that will schedule all of the events for you for your full next week. Use it. Thank you so much for watching this video. As you understand, ChatGPT can be your personal assistant. Again, the more time you spend, the better results you will get. I'm really excited to see your results, so please comment what you were able to achieve, if you were able to use it, and if ChatGPT made any stupid mistakes with your calendar. It would be really hilarious if you skip some of your calls because of ChatGPT. I think it's really good excuse that I was late because of a robot. If you liked this content, please go ahead and push the like button so other people will be able to see this video as well, and subscribe to my channel as I create a lot of content like that. Thank you so much for watching again, and have a great day. Bye.